When you make someone as your master, you really have to believe that does this master have it, what you're looking for? The karma burden that you are carrying from this life and the past life, it is not your responsibility now. It is your master's responsibility to make you karma free. The master has a power to burn your karmas. He would guide you how to do it. He would give his own meditation power, his own fire to burn your karmas. Because now he knows that you belong to him. There is no difference between him and the student. The only word that needs to come out of the student's mouth is, yes, Guruji, yes, Master. By saying yes, you are opening yourself to the enormous possibilities that you have no idea. Practice is important. Abhyas, practice is very important. Now, the other day I read you one line of chapter 12, page 119, chapter 12, years in my master's hermitage, or years in my master's ashram. And I shall read that again. You have come. Sri Yukteswar greeted me from a tiger skin on the floor of a balconied sitting room. His voice was cold, his manner unemotional. You have come, Sri Yukteswar ji, said to who? Yogananda ji. At that time, he was Mukunda. His voice was cold, means no emotions at all. His manner unemotional. So these masters, they are not people pleasers. They will tell you when you have done something, they tell you on the face. They don't have to please people. And that is their authenticity. They will not sugarcoat their words. They will call spade a spade on the face. There's nothing diplomatic about. They'll just say it on the face whether you like it or you don't like it. Those who have met Yogi Baba, my master, who's 300 years, he is like that. He's sitting on his wooden platform, and even if the minister comes, he will sit there. A tribal villager comes, he will sit there. And often people will take as rudeness that this person has no manners. These people don't care. Sugarcoating only dilutes the other person and makes him believe what that person is not. So his voice was cold. Now remember, if Yukteswar ji knows that Mukunda is my student, right? In normal circumstances, in any other person, say, oh, wow, you come here. Wow, how was your trip? How was your journey? While Yukteswar ji is sitting on the tiger skin as an asan mat, Mukunda comes in and said, you have come. And no emotions, no joy, no sadness, just pure, cold words coming out of his mouth. Yes, dear master. In our language, he would have said, Hanji Guruji or Hanji Gurudev. He would call him Gurudev. Yes, dear master, I am here to follow you. Kneeling, I touched his feet. Yes, dear master. He didn't say, yes, I have come here. He said, I am here to follow you. Now, what does it mean? He didn't say, I am here to learn. I am here to learn Kriya Yoga. I am here to learn meditation. No. And remember, when this book was written, when this was happening, he was a young man called Mukunda. But when this book was written, by that time, Yogananda, Mukunda had become Yogananda. He was enlightened. So here, his words came with careful consideration. Not any other words. Yes, I am here to learn meditation. He said, yes, dear master, I am here to follow you. It means to follow the master, not the body. You don't follow the body, you follow what master says. And Gurudev didn't ask him to follow him. Mukunda decided to follow the master. Now, the master is not the body, it is that awareness that is sitting in the body, and the body is acting as a channel to the divine source that is going out and reaching out people. And Mukunda says, I am here to follow you. Follow you means, in other words, I am here, I am surrendered to you. You would tell me what to do, and I shall do it. That's what follow means. Follow me. Like, follow me, walk with me, or walk behind me. Just do as I say. And that only comes when you have honesty and integrity and surrender towards your master. In other words, you go deaf and blind to anything that you know. The only thing you shall see is what your master is saying. The only thing that you shall hear is your master is asking you to do. There is no personal will here. Raja Janak, the enlightened king, the father of Mother Sita, Lord Rama's wife. Raja Janak's master, Guruji, was Ashtavakra. Asht means 8, Vakra means hums. So the master had 8 hums in his body, and people used to laugh at him. But he proved his mettle. And Raja Janak, Raja means king, King Janak, requested him to be his master. Ashtavakra agreed. And in return, he said, what is my dakshina? Dakshina is what you offer from your heart in return to the grace you receive from the master. It's not a donation. So Raja Janak was coming and sitting on the horse, and Ashtavakra is standing in front and asked him, what is my dakshina? Now that you have asked me to be, that I am your master, what do you give in return, O king? Raja Janak said, whatever you ask, dear master. And the Ashtavakra said, what do you have to give it to me? Now, being a king, he was not aware. He said, everything that is me belongs to you. I give myself to you. मैंने अपना आप आपको दिया. I give myself to you. At that time, he was coming off the horse. His one leg was in the air as Ashravakra said, okay, you belong to me. He froze. He froze because now even his will, his body is not his, it is his master's. And without somebody, the owner, you can't do anything. You can't even think. You can't even get down the horse. That is when you offer something from the heart, then you absolutely give it from your heart 100%. And it doesn't belong to you anymore. And here Mukunda says, I am here to follow you. Means try to look into the awareness of Mukunda. Master, I am here to follow you. Means what? He tried so many times, but he didn't find his master. He had met many yoginis before meeting Sri Yukteswarji, but he knew that they are not his master. So when he met in a previous chapter, and Mukunda left him in one of the lines, and at that time, Sri Yukteswarji said, you will be back in 4 weeks. So Mukunda then comes to follow him. Means at that time, he is completely given control about himself and say, okay, I belong to you. Now do whatever, Guruji, I'm here to follow you. Do you get me? Do you understand? So when we want to follow someone, we follow with the heart, which means eyes on the master, ears on the masters. Awareness in what he says, you do it religiously day in, day out. Kneeling, I touched his feet. Then he bent down and touched his feet, means he offered himself. How can that be? You ignore my wishes. Guruji says, you said you are here to follow me. How can that be? You ignore my wishes. Because in the previous chapter, when you read, Mukunda left him. And Guruji said, you will be back in 4 weeks. So Guru reminds him, you say you are here to follow me. How come you have ignored my wishes? If somebody asks me, Guruji, what to do, guide me, and I tell them. And then they repeat the same thing. Do you think they have paid attention for the first time? No. Guruji, make me healthy, make me this and that. And when Guruji says something, so why does the master have to waste his energy if you are not 100% devoted to the teachings? Might as well go to another shop in the market. So learn to surrender. And you can't surrender if you don't trust anyone. And if you can't trust anyone, that means you don't trust your own self. Again, it reflects on you, your own honesty levels, your own intentions. The question mark in your intentions, that your purpose is not clear. Here Mukunda came and then Master reminds me, how can that be? You ignored my wish. You ignored my wishes. And then Mukunda says, no longer Guruji. Your wish shall be my law. Again, this was written by an enlightened master, not any other author, any other person. Your wish shall be my command, my law. Which means I have no will of my own. I don't know anything. I don't want to remember anything before. I am here as a plain blank paper. You tell me what to write and I shall write. Your wish is my law. It's not a small line. Here, you find someone and you decide to give everything to that person. And you say, now you tell me what to do. I will do exactly the same. I will follow you. Whatever words, whatever guidance you give, I will make that as my law. That means I shall not go on the other side. Now, can you do that? Ask your own self. It's easier said than done. You can say, yes, I will do it, Guruji. And Guruji will say, okay, wake up 6 in the morning, 4 in the morning, take a dip in the river. You start asking questions. Oh my God, this Guruji is torturing me. So if you cannot commit 100%, don't commit. Move out. That is the first thing you have to know. You have to really come to a point when you make someone as your master, you really have to believe that does this master have it, what you're looking for? Ask the questions. You are allowed to ask a question. And when you come to a point that the master knows, the Guruji knows, then believe that he knows. And if you have even 0.1% doubt that your master doesn't know, then it is better to move away from that place and find someone who you believe knows. There is no point staying there even for a moment, because now at that time you're betraying your own self and betraying the other person as well. Honesty is a prerequisite for a meditator. If you say, Guruji, I'm here to learn, then learn 100%. Your wish shall be my law. Then what Guruji says, that is better. I can assume responsibility for your life. That is better. When Mukunda said, I'm here to follow you, your wish is my law. And then Guruji says, that is better. Now I can assume responsibility for your life. That means, because now you're not on your own, so you have given yourself, your life to the master, and master is happily said, now I can assume responsibility of your life. It also means your well-being. It means the karma burden that you are carrying from this life and the past life. It is not your responsibility now. It is your master's responsibility to make you karma-free, burdenless. But it only happens when you offer 100%. The master has a power to burn your karmas. He would guide you how to do it. He would give his own meditation power, his own fire to burn your karmas. Because now he knows that you belong to him. There is no difference between him and the student. Then he's ready. He's going to bring all this cosmic energy and purify you. But if there is a moment of doubt, and the master will know it, he'll just see the eyes and will know that you are lying. And that's where the journey stops. And this is something the Western world really need to understand, the concept of master. And people say, I am my own master. I don't need a master. That is such a faulty belief system. So when you offer 100%, that person takes your responsibility, then you become burden free. And then next line, what he says? Mukunda says, I willingly transfer the burden, master. thank God, someone is there to take care of me. Otherwise, I don't know where to go, what to do, what to say, how to behave. I have no idea. So you go in the space in which direction you will go. There are infinite directions in the universe. Which way will you go and hit the target? You have no idea. But someone knows that side, I am going to take you. What are you going to say? No, no, no. Let me explore this side first. You'll say, yes, master. The only word that needs to come out of the student's mouth is, yes, Guruji. Yes, master. Yes, master. Yes, master. By saying yes, you're opening yourself to the enormous possibilities that you have no idea. And that too, someone says that now I will take your karmas. That's fantastic. Then the Guruji says, my first request then is that you return home to your family. I want you to enter college in Calcutta. Your education should be continued. So master knows if the student is hungry or it's incomplete. The master will say, go complete yourself first. Spirituality is not a path of absconders, of bypassers, of hungry people for food and lust. You come to the master, master will teach you, and if feels that, okay, now you're ready, you are full. So here, master knows. He says that go back to your home and complete your degree. And Mukunda is the one trying to avoid doing degree. And the master, now that he's given himself, I am here to follow you. And the master says, okay, go back. What is he going to do? Oh my God. I'm caught again now. What I was trying to avoid, that's the first arrow I got hit with. He sends him back. Very well, sir, he said. I hid my consternation. With importunate books pursue me down the ears, first father and now Sri Yukteswar. Someday, the prophecy has been said then. Someday you will go to the West. Its people will be more receptive to India's ancient wisdom if the strange Hindu teacher has a university degree. At that time, Sri Yukteswarji knew he was looking for a student who's capable of taking the torch further. The master is always looking for the one who is capable to take the torch forward. Now this prophecy is coming from the Babaji, Babaji to Sri Lahiri Sri Lahiri to Yukteswarji, Sri Yukteswarji to Yogananda and then Yogananda is gone. So Babaji said this so many years ago in 1850s, 60s to Lahiri Mahashayji, and now Mukunda is 1920s. But that plan is moving. Bodies are coming and dropping. But the plan is moving. The divine plan is moving. And this Guruji is also here under that plan. You know best, Guruji, he says. My gloom departed. The reference to the West I found puzzling, remote. But my opportunity to please Master by obedience was vitally immediate. He didn't believe, he didn't have no idea because no one from his family from that part of the world in 1900s went to America. No one, most people didn't even hear about America, yes. And forget about going to US. No one knew. So he didn't ask, oh, how Guruji? Or when Guruji? Or what date Guruji? He just said, yes, master, because that was easy thing to say. Yes, master. So master becomes happy. So earn some brownie points by obeying, huh? You will be near in Calcutta. Come here whenever you find me. Every day if possible, master. Gratefully, I accept your authority in every detail of my life on one condition. Not the smart student, huh? He saw a window of opportunity to put his condition. Now, it's not always the master gets away with his wish. Its student also gets the time. So now that master has allowed him to visit his ashram whenever he want, and Mukunda say possibly every day, but on one condition. Guruji, one condition. And what is that condition? You will make chutney for me? Or make laddus for me, Guruji? Yes, he said. That you promise to reveal God to me. That you promise to reveal God to me. His focus did not shift. He saw this an opportunity and immediately told master that is why I am here for. And he didn't say it to please the master. That is his wish of the soul to be one with the God. So fire in the belly, purpose in the eyes on the target. Tratak. Yes, Guruji, I will come. And you promise to reveal God to me. Now, master is caught. Say yes or no. What did master says? Absolutely, why not? That's the only thing I know. And so this story continues. The chapter is called Years in My Master's Hermitage. This is when you find a master, right? Yes? So the story starts, yeah? The journey starts from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Yes? Yes or no? What comes before 1? What comes before 1? 0? How many of you believe the 0 comes before 1? So being with the master is step 1. But before you go into step 1, your journey is to find the master first and recognize it. You forget about how to behave with the master, how to offer yourself to the master. The first question comes at how to find a master, where to find the master, how to look for the master. How would I know when I find a master? You will meet so many people in this lifetime. And it's possible you might have met some good masters, but you couldn't recognize. Or you haven't. So before you go into how to behave with the master, the question is how to find a genuine master. There will be so many people. There will be teachers as well, whose walls are full with certificates. There are so many people who will promise you a lot. How do you know that? You know, the manual car, the most difficult part is to put it in the first gear and start rolling. Because when the car is rolling, it's easy to shift the gears, yes? But on the gear first, sometime you release the clutch, sometime the race goes so much, and the car stops, star stops. That is the problem, the dilemma in our life. How to find the master is the most difficult part. Because that master is not going to be sugar coated. He will probably insult you a few times in 10 different people, in front of 20 people. And he will say, very rude, I will not come back to this person again. For that, you really have to pray to the divine from your heart. That please, I need a master because I don't know. I don't know where you are. Even if you are there or you are not there, I have no idea. I'm told you are there. I don't know where you are. So please send someone who will guide me towards you, O Lord. And that prayer must be from the deepest, the core of your heart, craving to meet the divine. So Kabir says, गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े काके लागो पाए बलिहारी गुरु जो आपने गोविंद दियो मिलाए. So Saint Kabir says that on one side the God is standing, and another side the Guru is standing. To whom should I touch the feet? First, he said, I will bow down to my master because of my master I have met the Govind, the God. So Guru holds the higher position. Guru holds the higher position than the divine. This will not exist. The God will not exist if the guide is not there. So first bow down to my master who led me towards the God, who led me towards the source. All praise to my master who gave me the strength to walk on the path. All praise to my master who tested me, tested my strengths, tested my immunity, shook me, kicked me, patted me, blessed me, fed me. So journey will not start until you find a master. And to find the master, you must pray from your heart that someone one day appears in your life out of nowhere. And immediately in your heart, you feel that maybe this is my chance of liberation in this life. Been trying for so many lifetimes. Then you seek the strength in your heart from the divine. The first strength is give the strength to walk the path. When you say, I follow the master, now follow not just his YouTube videos. Follow means what he tells you to do. Don't follow the body of a master. You will be delusioned. Do what master says. Don't do what master does. Because what he is doing after a lot of journey. He has reached to that awareness where whatever he does, it will not matter. But if you do that, it matters to you. So every day in your heart, seek the strength. If you have found the master, no need to look, just follow. Just follow the teachings wholeheartedly, and you will be taken care. Whoever your master is. If you haven't found, pray to the divine to send the master in your life. He might appear in your life as a very ordinary person, or maybe as a clown, because he will just not appear you as a master straight away. At that moment, also seek, O Divine, give me the sight to recognize my master. Give me the ability and capability to recognize my master in that body.